Hey guys, video about Danjin, one of the strongest character in the game. Explain her kit, recommended stats and echo bolt, what skill invest in first, team recommendation and bonus, display the buff rotation to keep the buff during the combat. Danjin, we can only obtain stacks after using skill. Consume her own HP to deal damage. Combine basic attack with a skill to trigger consecutive attacks. One basic attack and skill, not useful in combat. Two basic attack and skill. Hitting target with this attack applies the buff to enemies and increase Danjin damage to mark targets. In addition, we can trigger this attack after successful dodge or intro skill. Free basic attack plus skill, the best combo. But don't ignore that previous attack. We need to use this every 10 seconds to keep that damage increase. Collect at least 60 points to activate Forte Heavy Attack. 120 points, use the same attack and add follow-up attack and increase both damage multiplier. Make sure to debuff enemy before using liberation, performing load consecutive attacks. And this is rotation for sequence 4 Danjin to rotate the buff to keep all-time Danjin damage increase. Starting with 2 basic attack and skill, or if you perform dodge or intro skill. Then we spam 3 basic attacks and skill when we have less than 120 points. As soon as we collect 120, launch Forte Heavy Attack. So we stay in here in this column and we only back here after 10 seconds, or whenever we dodge or cast intro skill, we reset 10-second timer. You can see more explain rotation and we will display this in the real combat after release for each character. Dev's child character. She is only 4-star and she do a ton of damage. Both inherent skills are great, so get them ASAP for your main DPS Danjin. Depends on what weapon you will choose and which character to buff your Danjin. Level up first Forte for heavy attacks damage and skill to increase damage for consecutive attacks. For Echo Bolt, 5-set Havoc Sonata, no question. For main slot Echo, feel free to use Crownless as a main slot for damage buff. But using 3C Rosa Shroom, you don't need to transfer to Echo and you can focus on your combo consecutive attacks. For substats, any crit, attack and then heavy and skill damage. Outro skill, we skip for now, good for future 5-star Havoc character. But imagine not using Danjin as a main DPS. Funny, switch to support DPS, maybe lose damage, no joke. Mortefi can buff your damage for heavy attacks damage, or you can use Rover for time stop. But switching to support characters like Verena or Baizi is 100% worth, because they can buff for 30 seconds and they have a lot of damage and attack increase. If you have any question, ask me below in the comments. That's all from me guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Thank you guys for watching, bye bye.